To not waste your time, let's get right into the question on how to get unlimited and free one-on-one language lessons. If you are in the country where your target language is being spoken, go to places where there are many elderly people, such as retirement homes. There, at the reception, simply introduce yourself and ask them if they know of any elderly people that could teach you their native language one-on-one. And this is not only a win for you, but also for the elderly people who, generally speaking, don't feel needed anymore in society. They would be happy to talk with you and help you with your language learning. You can bet that they could tell you a lot of stories and they would be very happy to share these memories with you. You could not only practice a lot of your listening skills, but also have conversations by asking questions, including grammar questions. I personally have always taken the opportunity to speak with elderly people every time I was abroad. It's not just for learning the language, but I generally like to listen to elderly people's wisdom and stories. For example, when I lived in the Netherlands, one Dutch retiree who used to be a professor was my private teacher for Dutch for around 4 weeks. We had 2 or 3 hours of time each week, and as I also practiced Dutch in my free time, I was fluent after only 4 weeks. Another example was having met an old man in Lviv, a city in western Ukraine, whom I met in the tram. He basically spontaneously decided to give me a free city tour, and we spoke Russian all this time. So what I am saying is that, of course, if you specifically go to retirement homes, it's the easiest to find helpful elderly people, but you can also meet them anywhere. You just have to be friendly and let them know that you are learning their language. If they have the time, they usually have a lot of time, you can then schedule follow-up meetings. Of course, for this method, you should not be a total beginner. Having simple conversations should be the basic requirement. Also make sure that their language skills are clear and that they seem very young on the inside and are outgoing. This is when you have the most engaging conversations. Lastly, a great tip is to not only have one single retiree language teacher, but multiple. So you could basically talk every day in your target language for many hours, and it's all for free. While you are also doing something for society as you are listening to elderly people's stories. And by doing so, you make them feel appreciated.